so we're going to continue with the X guard stuff, right? We're going to do a very simple sweep today, but super effective. Probably one of the more effective ones and the easiest to get into. All right. So clearly he could be started down, right? So I might be in the spider guard position. He's not passing my guard there. He's got to stand up. Okay. So as he addresses, whether he grabs my pants, whatever, he's going to stand up. Okay. So now I'm in this position. If I stay here very long, I'm getting passed. Okay. I could be here. I could be in his hip. I'm in the crook of his bicep here. Sorry. Here. All right. I'm going to tighten this, and then my left foot's going to go right in the middle to the mat. Not out here. I want solid posts because I'm going to extend this over my shoulder. Okay. So now it's easy for me to get a hook, get my other hook behind his knee. Okay. I have his sleeve. Okay. Now we're going to make this very simple. Let's get back just a bit. Back to it. So I have my hook. I wrap the back of his knee. Okay. Now the other day we worked on getting this on our shoulder. We're not even going to mess with that just yet. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do this with both ways, but we'll start with just this overhook. Okay. I'm going to block behind his knee. Okay. So now I have him in that spot. Okay. I'm going to extend my legs a little bit to widen his base. Okay. Now it's going to be real simple. We're going to drop this behind his ankle and use this leg and just double it. Okay. I'm holding his sleeve. I have his leg. Okay. All I have to do is work to come up now. Here, and I'm in position to pass. Okay. Right. Bunch of different ways we could pass. So it's a very simple sweep. Go this way first. So, here, foot to the mat, over. Okay. So I'm going to wrap my hook. My hook. Okay. See, you have everything the same way. I'm holding his sleeve. All right. He's fighting this, trying to work on his pass. Extend, drop. Here. All right. I can sit up in the middle. I can take this out. Come right up to his hips. Okay. I kind of do it both ways. You got to really sell that. I got to really fling that leg right when he hits the mat if I want that to happen. Otherwise, I can sit up inside his guard. Clearly, don't let him close it so that I don't have to repass again, right? I want to set myself up into another pass. Okay. So I got crook of his bicep in his hip, foot to the mat, straight over my shoulder plate. Here, okay? Make him move. Wrap, hook. I'm not letting this go because he can't just back step. So if he tries to back step, right, he doesn't go anywhere. Here, okay? Now, if I lose this, I can still do the technique. Okay? So whether he keeps it or not, he rips it, that's okay. Here. Here. Come up. I'm going to keep the grip. Catch his head. Okay. So as soon as he hits, I'm going to fling it. All right? If you don't want to do that, I'm just going to come up. Inside his guard, it's not going to let him close it back up. Okay? So here. Wrap, hook, here, extend, here. All right, step through. Now I basically have a top side half pass. Okay, so my knees to the mat, have his legs stapled. Okay, so I can get a quick entry on another pass. Does that make sense? So the way in which we pass isn't as important as using this easy trip, if you will, to get on top. Just easy sweep right away. Okay. Any questions?
So that initial yank where you're breaking him down, that's to get the other foot under your armpit to secure that
It's
leg.
basically to get him over my body so I can set up the X guard. Okay. Now I can turn that into single leg X if I want. Right. I'm just going to shoot my leg through and then in the position. Right. I'm choosing to go directly to X in this case. Okay. When we did our shin on shin entry 2 weeks ago, or last week, that entry I had to go to single X first, make space, go back to X from there. okay, which is not uncommon. There's a bunch of ways to get to it. I'm just trying to show some different ways for us to get into the position, okay? Common thing, like I've said it a million times, spider guard is great, but unless you're like 6'4", you know what I mean? If you're a normal sized guy like myself, it's like when people stand up, like I can't stay there. I got to turn that guard into something else, which is why I show all these guards, because they all interact with each other. Some of them mingle better than others, but I'm going to utilize one position to the next, right? So I have to turn this spider guard into X guard or something else, or I'm going to have a real hard time staying in control. Yes.
Rolly one time told us that it's all open guard.
Yeah, it's all open guard. So it's spider guard combined, or transitioning to X. Spider guard combined with De La Riva guard. Spider guard combined with lasso guard. You go butterfly guard to single leg X. You go on and on and on. But they all mesh together, which is why you have to learn them all. Even though you may only play certain aspects of guards when you've got more time in the game, all those things interact. So we have to constantly figure out, how do I use these different positions to go to the next spot so I don't lose, you know. You're not gonna make it very far with spider guard if they stand up every time and you just get killed. Okay, so we have to have somewhere to go. All right. Any questions on the technique so far?
So going into X guard, is that normally going to come from spider guard, or are there other guards
Well,
you go into?
you clearly could get there easily from spider guard. The entry we did last week where I used our shin from butterfly guard. Remember where I was showing butterfly guard for the last couple weeks?
I was out for 3
Okay.
weeks.
But what happens in butterfly guard, so I'm playing like this, right? Clearly he knows he's in trouble if he stays down here, right? So he's got a couple ways he can pass, but what do I do from butterfly guard if he stands up? I'm not butterfly guard sweeping him like this. There's nothing I can do. But what I can do is catch and get shin on shin, go to single leg X, turn it to X. Okay? I have to do something like that or he's just gonna smash me. Okay? Because he's gonna nullify that butterfly guard if he stands up. Doesn't mean I just have to be able to go to the next spot, which is fine. Okay? On the technique that we're doing tonight, anybody need to see it again? We good? Okay, we're gonna work just with that overhook first, just to keep it simple, and then we're gonna spend a little bit of time switching and getting it on the shoulder, and then at the end of class I'll have a extra credit option with it on my shoulder. Okay, kind of cool little submission. All right, good. All right, 1, 2, 3.